Alafia, aho, ase, namaste, and blessings to all. Welcome to Shadow of Wolves. Thank you to my beautiful goddaughter Allison in New York. She always keeps me on my toes. I thank her so much. There are two holidays. The first one that we will discuss with the meaning of Ramadan. I had these a while ago, okay? And this speaks about Ramadan as I will say Allahu Akbar, Salamu Alaikum, Wa Alaikum Salam. We've also developed that same terminology in Palo. And we'll get into that as we must go over the importance and understanding that us who are in Santeria, as a paleta, priest who works in Palo Mayombe and so forth, priestess, we have different spirits that we truly honor in our court. This is why I love Lukumi, I love Ifa, I love Santeria, because prior to this, we recognize the different spirits that are in our court. And in our faith, there is no, that I've seen, and it's not supposed to be, there is no racism, there is no, there's no negativity in terms of that, whether you are black, white, light-skinned, transgender, bisexual, gay, lesbian, whether you are male, female, heterosexual. Lukumi means my friend. So in understanding what is the importance of Ramadan, as I must thank Allison for, I was supposed to do a video yesterday on Ramadan. I was busy. Ramadan is a beautiful, beautiful fasting period, okay? Now, I'll tell you a little history about myself. I've always had these. I didn't get these for Ramadan. I do have these spirits, Allahu Akbar, who are in my court. I do. And I'll tell you my story. That's why I love you too, because you can spend some time talking here. Okay, this is something I've had for a while. As you see, this has a pillow here. So this actually paño, my fairy house is behind this. However, I do put it up for Ramadan. Now, I am a Santera. I am an Apetabi of Arula, and I'll tell you why I'm telling you this, because I'm very humble. I am also a paleta and so forth, and a sansista. I have 21 divisions, and the reason why I'm telling you this, because I respect those Muslims of the world, as Muslim means those who are of peace. Blessed are those who are the peacemakers. Now that the world has changed, sadly, they have been dealing with a lot of slack, a lot of prejudice and so forth, a lot of blame for things that are going on. Just like in our community and in our religion, they often have some kind of scandals, and then now this particular beautiful religion of Islam now is being blamed in some areas. So I must say the reason why is because when you're in Santeria, when you're in Lukumi, when you're in the Yoruba faith, especially Santeria, okay, we know before we go in to get crowned, we have to have 3 misas. In some cases it's 9, but 3 to know who's in our spiritual court. So I do have spirits from Saudi Arabia, from Morocco, from Egypt, from Islam, some Islamic spirits. I used to also be, and I appreciate if people, don't put any negative comments. I was a Muslim. I did receive the Shahada and Akika ceremony when I was 19 and a half at that time. That was one of my walks of faith, and I loved it absolutely. My oldest son received the Shahada ceremony. He has a full Islamic name. He could not be named until the 8th day. So the Islam was very, very big in my life and in my court. They've taught me prayers such as Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin, Shukran Allah, Shukran, and Afwan to you. So there was a beautiful temple, and there was a man named Iman Isa who helped to build this temple, and that temple pulled the community together in Brooklyn, New York, where we all got together. And instead of people being idle doing negative things in New York, instead of people committing crimes, they came in to salat, they came in to do prayers, they came in to give thanks 5 times a day. Okay? So I have to thank that period of my life. I am not a Kafarun. My road is Yoruba, and it's in my blood. It's what I have. This is what's destined for me. It's even in my ita. I give respect, but I'm no longer a Muslim, but I respect all the laws and the beliefs of the Islamic faith. In that respect, to stir up a little controversy, my father, he converted to Judaism later on in his future life, and I respect that too. Whatever you have that represents your belief, as in the Islam faith, they believe in Allah. Allah is the breath of life. They say that we say it. It's our breath of life. And those prayers of 5 times a day is absolutely beautiful. Judaism, all of this is all beautiful. It's just the human beings of the world. Just like we have, some Ifa, Babalaos, that they don't get along with Paletos, and some of the, it's all the same, because this is just human nature. It's us to love all. And it's all of us that makes all of us beautiful. So what is Ramadan? I always collect little things. I have tons of these. In my room, I have lamps, Islamic lamps hanging for many, many years on my ceiling. This here is something that I use, that when I put a tea light in it, it completely lights up, and it looks so beautiful. This is an example of one of the lamps. I have lamps like this because I love my Islamic spirits. I love my spirits of Morocco and Egypt and so forth. Even this particular item is from, I think it's, I don't remember. I don't want to lie to you guys. I think it's from Morocco or Egypt, but it's not, it's foreign, okay? There's a couple of things that I have collected, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to show it right now in basing our nature of this content. All right, so let's begin. Why do we fast? Why is there a purpose of having Ramadan? And then towards like the end of the day, we eat a date to break that fast. In the morning in the United States, we follow a process called break fast, right? In breaking your fast when you wake up. We fast, which I will soon be doing because I'll be providing initiations. But we fast because fasting cleanses your body. Just like Daniel in the lion's den and many other prophets in the Bible and also in the Quran, they fast so that they don't stay with worldly needs, worldly and primal needs, okay? In being appropriate, because I don't know if some children are under 18 looking at this channel. Worldly needs is regarding intimacy. You know what I'm saying, the old folks, y'all know what I'm saying. Intimacy is a worldly need. It's a flesh and bone need. Eating whatever you want or whatever you like, rice, cake, cookies, candies, drinking alcohol. Those are worldly drives. Usually in psychology, we call this, you have the id, the ego, and the superego, okay? These worldly and primal instincts rely on the id in nature, according to Sigmund Freud, okay? So we fast in blessings to Ramadan in understanding and being close to God, because why? Spirits don't eat. They will eat our spiritual food when we leave offerings, like our ancestors. They don't eat the food, they eat the essence of it, right? But high-level spirits, for example, high-level archangels, such as Archangel Michael, who there's certain angels that were just made, or Melchizedek, or Michael, and so forth, or Metatron. Those particular angels ate nothing. They just worship God. You see, so they didn't have any human characteristics. So in understanding the purpose of fasting means that you're letting go of your flesh and bone and your human characteristics so that you can be closer to God. This is when you're in salat. This is when you're in prayer. We call it in Ifa and Lukumi and Santoria and so forth. We say Moforibai. This weather is Mafedefun Chango, Mafedefun Oya. But this here is when we say, okay, we throw ourselves and we're giving, we moforibai, we unle, okay, unle, I'm sorry. There, you guys, in the Muslim faith, they do what's called in salat and in prayer, and they salute their guardian angels. Salamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Okay, so this is a very beautiful, beautiful time. Even if you are not Muslim, those of you who follow the same faith that I do in Santeria or Lukumi, or even spiritualists, you can take the time to fast. You can fast anytime, but right now this is a holy period, as it also relates to the moon crescent, okay? The moon crescent in its cycle, it begins and it ends. Okay, Ramadan is a beautiful, beautiful ceremony, and then we're taught to reward ourselves for our sacrifice. So that's when they feast. But the purpose of Ramadan is to be close with family members, to be close with loved ones. So why do we not fast every month? Because then it's not special. I remember asking my big sister Lori, she's not going to watch this video, but I remember asking her, why can't you make this delicious meal that you make every Christmas, like every holiday, She's Jewish, God bless her. And she said to me, I'm not going to make that all the time, because then it won't be special. It won't be special. Holidays and different holy holidays throughout the year make things special. So Ramadan is very special, because I already have these particular beautiful spirits in my court, and I love them, and I don't believe in bashing humanity, and everyone deserves to be loved. Everything is so beautiful, and I'm sending you guys so much love. In recognizing Ramadan, you can fast, and then you could break your fast with dates. It cleans your body. It also, you can fast in private. You don't have to let the world know you're fasting. If you are fasting, right, you're doing it for God, for Allah, for you, okay? So do it. It's absolutely beautiful. And another confirmation of this particular spiritual energy being in my court, I remember my stepfather, may he rest in peace, he saw a woman, and I've worn it, where the white veil and the head covering and everything was covered, and she was all in white, and he told my mom that he saw her watching over me, and she never budged, she never moved. So that is confirmation, little by little. We can't just say, oh, this spirit looks cool, I like this spirit, I want this spirit in my court. No, hey dude, there's so much more in this world. Don't have to go for everything that you think is popular. The spirit has to walk in your court for you to recognize that spirit. And the confirmation over many, many years has to be there. So for example, I have attended, I have my Shahada ceremony. My son has done his Akika ceremony and so forth. And I've attended the mosque and so forth and studied. And then I realized this is not my path. My path, as you already know, is through Yoruba faith, through Ifa, okay, and Mafirifuna Rumla, through Santeria and so forth, and through Egun and Palo. So when you know that, so for example, if you studied Buddhism and you love that and you feel a connection to it and you've actually practiced it, that particular spirit is in your court. So in blessings to all of you, I'm sending you salamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, and blessings and love and peace to all of the Muslims there. Peace be upon you. And I'm telling you shukran and blessings and love to everyone. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, malik yawmiddin. Shukran Allah, Allahu Akbar, and blessings to you. Ireomo, Ireoma, Ariku Bao Bao. Thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves.